next week, but we'll do past papers, okay, in next week also, so for your practice. Okay, so this question is from 2010. Okay, 2010 May, June, and next week we'll do some of the questions from October, November papers. Okay, so this is the 2010 paper, May, June, paper 31. Okay, in this paper 31, there is only one question related to the moles. This one which I took out. Okay, and I sent you the worksheet. Okay, this is not a worksheet like this is a worksheet, but like simple past papers. Okay, this is not the worksheet which is shared with all of the classes. Okay, I just made this like I took out some of the past paper questions and shared with my classes. Okay, for the practice, for their ease. So please open them in front of you. Okay, I send it to you. Open them and bring a pencil and a calculator also. Okay, because we will do them fast, quickly. There are 4 or 5 questions, so we'll try to do like 3 questions maximum, at least today. Okay, or minimum 3 questions. Yeah. Okay, listen. This question is also in your worksheet. The titanium ore, and I want response. Okay, I want response. So bring keep a calculator with you. You guys will calculate with me. Okay, and tell me the answer. And also you will tell me that what we will do in the next step. Okay. So first question is, the titanium ore contains 36.8% iron and 31.6% titanium. This is the percentage of iron and the percentage of titanium is given, and the remainder is oxygen. Oxygen percentage is not given. Determine the percentage of oxygen in this titanium compound. So percentage of oxygen, how will you find the percentage of oxygen?
36,
Ma'am,
36.8 plus
36.8 divided by
31.6.
31.6, and the answer will be 1.164.
Hmm?
So we
We
will
will
do
divide.
1.2.
Ma'am, we will add them, then subtract it by 100.
Yeah. Okay, but what is the other way? You were saying divided by?
Ma'am, 36.8 divided by 31.6.
Mm, no, we will not divide actually. This is the wrong way because the percentage of oxy in the titanium ore, there are only 3 substances. One is iron, the other is titanium, and the third one is oxygen. So the best way to find it, which whoever told me, I don't remember. Who said the answer? That
Ma'am,
minus? Rafe?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good. So what we will do, we will add iron and titanium. Okay, 36.8
Ma'am, the
plus,
answer will be 68.4.
yeah,
And
the answer
the original
is,
answer,
yeah,
the
and then
original
we will minus this percentage from 100.
31.6.
31.6.
Very good. 31.6% is the percentage of oxygen. Now we have all the 3 percentages. Calculate the number of moles of atoms of each element. Now calculating the number of moles, which formula we will use?
Ma'am, mass over RFM.
Yeah, moles is equal to mass divided by RFM, or simply molar mass. Okay, molar mass. So mass is the percentage which is given to you. The percentage is equal to its mass. Okay, so for iron, it's already calculated. Percentage means mass is written at the top, 36.8 divided by 56. 56 is the molar mass of iron. Okay, and is equal to 0.66. So for titanium also, we will do the same thing. Its percentage is 31.
31.6.
31.6.
Good. Divided by, what is the molar
48.
mass of titanium?
48.
48 is equal to,
Ma'am,
yes, boys.
0.65. 0.66.
Okay, 0.66. Okay,
It is 0.658.
0.658. Yeah, almost 6. Okay. Okay, moles of oxygen. What is the mass of oxygen?
31.6.
Divided by?
16.
Yeah. Come on, the
One.
other boys also.
Right.
Please speak up. 16. Okay, it's
Ma'am, the
really
answer
easy.
is
1.975.
1.975.
1.97. 5 or 1.98 almost. Okay, now we'll find the simplest ratio of the moles of atom. Simplest whole number ratio. How do we find it? How to find the simplest whole number ratio?
Ma'am, we'll divide the smallest number.
Divide from the smallest number. Okay, so for these are the number of moles, okay, of the iron, titanium, and oxygen. Which one is the smallest?
Iron
0.66.
and titanium.
0.66. So we will divide all of the 3 moles from 0.66. Okay, the smallest number. So what do we get? Iron 1, titanium also 1, and what about oxygen?
2.99.
2.99 means 3. Okay, 2.99 it's 3. Okay, when we round off. We can round off this, but we cannot round off if it comes 2.5. Okay, if it comes 2.5, then we will multiply it by 2. Okay, to get a whole number. But if it is 2.99 or 2.8 something, then we can round off. Okay, so what will be the formula of titanium compound?
FeTiO3.
Muhammad Daniel, just join now. Fe. Yes, boys, come on, speak up.
FeTiO3.
Sorry, ma'am, my Wi-Fi wasn't working. That's why.
Okay. FeTiO3. This is the titanium compound. Okay, and this compound is known as ilmenite. Okay, the name is not asked, but just information. Okay, it's ilmenite. So this is done. Now the next question. Any confusion, boys?
No, ma'am.
Sure. Rest of the boys, go on. You have any
No,
problem?
ma'am, no confusion.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I hope this question comes. Say Amin. The empirical formula one. These simple questions. Okay.
Yes,
This question
ma'am.
is also simple. Okay. A 5-gram sample. Okay. This question is from, again, 2010 paper. Okay. 2010, but 32. Okay. May-June paper 32. A 5-gram sample of impure lead nitrate was heated. This question is also in your end of chapter questions. Okay. Of impure lead nitrate was heated. So 5-gram sample of impure lead nitrate. It means the mass of impure product is given to you.
Ma'am, this question is also in our worksheet 6.3.
Yeah, this is also in your worksheet. If you have attempted the worksheet, then you can do it very easily. Okay, mass of impure sample is given. The volume of oxygen formed was 0.16 decimeter cube. So oxygen's volume is given to you, which is 0.16 decimeter cube. The impurities did not decompose. Calculate the percentage of lead nitrate in a sample. So you have to calculate the percentage of this lead nitrate, means the percentage purity you have to find. Okay, in a sample. In a sample means in an ore, in a sample, how much percentage of lead nitrate is there? Okay, how much lead nitrate is there in this sample? So it means you have to find the percentage purity. What is the formula of percentage purity? Yes, come on. Noor Muhammad, Muhammad Rehan.
Percentage
Mustafa.
purity equals to impure substance over pure substance multiplied by 100.
Yeah, pure over impure multiplied by 100. Very good. Okay, so the impure is given to us, which is 5. Okay, impure mass is given 5 grams, but we have to take out the pure mass. Okay, the mass of lead nitrate, pure lead nitrate. Okay, this is the thing. The second last, which we have to find, the mass of lead nitrate. Okay, mass of lead nitrate. So you can see that one substance information is given to us, oxygen is given, and substance 2 we have about this substance 2 we have to find. Okay, so if one information is given and the other substance you have to find, then you have to follow the footbridge in this case. Okay, so from the footbridge, from whatever information is given to you about substance 1. Okay, substance 1, whatever information is given to you, convert it into moles first. Okay, moles of substance 1. So if volume is given to you, if mass is given to you, if concentration is given to you, whatever is given, first convert it into moles of that substance. Okay, then from the moles of substance 1, find the moles of the second substance about which anything is asked. Okay, so you have to find out the mass for lead nitrate. So for the lead nitrate, you have to find the moles first. Okay, that is your substance 2. So from the moles of substance 1, find the moles of the second substance. Then from the moles of the second substance, okay, take out the thing which is required. And in this case, you have to find the mass of that substance. Okay, the mass of pure substance you have to find. So this is the footbridge. Okay, the information which is given to you is volume. Okay, volume of oxygen is given to you. Convert this volume into moles. Which formula we will use?
And we'll use volume. Mole is equal to volume over molar volume.
Yes.
Ahmed, good. Volume divided by molar volume. So volume is 0.16 and molar volume is?
24.
Very good, 24. Yes, calculate.
0.0066.
0. Okay.
0.0066.
0066 moles. Okay. Now from the moles of oxygen, find out the moles of lead nitrate by taking the ratio of the two things. Which two things are there?
Oxygen and
Mhm.
lead nitrate only.
Yeah, oxygen and lead nitrate. Good. So we will take the ratio of the two moles, two things. Oxygen ratio lead nitrate. This is we are doing for the second step. Okay, taking the ratio. Now from the equation, you can see that there is 1 mole of oxygen and 2 moles of lead nitrate. Okay, so 1 mole of oxygen, 2 moles of lead nitrate. 1:2. Then if when oxygen is 1, lead nitrate is 2, then if oxygen is 0.0066, what will be lead nitrate?
0.013.
Yes, we will multiply this number by 2. Okay, like we will double it, because here according to the equation also you can see that if oxygen is 1, lead nitrate is double of it, 2. Then if oxygen is 0.0066, that lead nitrate will again be double. So we will multiply this. Multiplied by 2. So what is it?
0.0132.
0.0132. Okay. 0.0132 moles of lead nitrate. Now second step is also done. From the moles of lead nitrate, find out the mass of lead nitrate. So tell me the formula. The mass of 1 mole of lead nitrate means molar mass is already given to you.
Mass is equal to moles times molar mass.
Other boys, please. Are you getting this question? Because you're so quiet. How do I know that you are understanding or not? Please speak up.
Yes, ma'am, we are understanding.
Okay, good. So to find the mass, we will use the formula mass is equal to moles multiplied by molar mass. Okay, this formula we will use. So to mass of lead nitrate in a sample, 0.0132 multiplied by 331.
4.36.
4.303.
4.3.
6.
Yeah, 4.3. The main thing is 4.3. Okay, you are getting 4.3. Okay, so now you will substitute these values, the pure substance value in this formula of percentage purity. So it will be 4.3 divided by 5 multiplied by 100. Okay, what is the percentage?
88.3%.
88%.
Yeah, 88, 86, 87, because some of the students, they round off the numbers and some they don't round off the number. So you will get the percentages from percentage from 86 to 88 in between this. Okay, so these are acceptable from 86 to 88. So 88%.
86.3.
Yeah, that is also acceptable. Okay, so this question is done. Alhamdulillah. Now, next question. Okay, so you have to think that which formula you will use, and according to the requirement, you have to use the footbridge or not, or it can be done by simple using the formulas. Okay, so you have to think for it. Next question. This is again 2010 May June, but this is paper 21. Okay, and in this whole paper, I found only this question related. This tiny little question. So the formula of ammonium nitrate is NH4 whole twice SO4. In this formula, state the number of different type of atoms present.
Nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, and oxygen.
Nitrogen,
Nitrogen,
hydrogen.
hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen.
Yeah, so the number of different types. How many are they? Different
4.
type of elements. Muhammad Arsalan, what do you think? Artugrul TP. Yes, Arsalan. What do you think? The number of different type of atoms. How many different type of elements are there in this formula?
3, ma'am.
M4. Ma'am, 4.
Yeah, but Arsalan is not saying anything. You can write in the chat box, beta, if your mic isn't working.
Ma'am, his mic works.
But he's
Ma'am,
not
he
speaking
speaks
now, huh?
clearly. He doesn't want to answer.
He doesn't want to answer.
Ma'am,
Oh, okay.
maybe he's not present.
Physically he's here, but mentally he's not here. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, it's 4. Okay. Nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. Total number of atoms present.
Ma'am, 15.
Yes, boys. Total number of atoms, are they 15? Yes, then good. How many nitrogens are there in the formula?
2.
Yes, 2, because it's whole twice. Okay. And how many hydrogen atoms?
8.
8, ma'am.
Sulfur?
1.
1, ma'am.
Oxygen?
4.
4.
4. So 8, 9, 10,
15.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, good. 15. Okay. Small question. Okay. Then we have paper 2011. Okay, the paper of 2011 and May, June, paper 31. Okay, 31. Okay. This question, it's from the graph, it looks like that this is from the rate of reaction topic, but actually it's related to moles. Excess hydrochloric acid was added to zinc. The hydrogen evolved was collected and its volume measured every 20 seconds. Ahmed Alam, turn off your
Yes.
mic. So noise is coming from the back. Okay, open when you have to answer, okay? Or say something. Okay, now excess hydrochloric acid was added to powdered zinc. So I'll just write here or here. Excess hydrochloric acid HCl plus it's added to zinc Zn. Okay, hydrogen evolved was collected and its volume measured every 20 seconds. So hydrogen gas is evolved during this reaction. Okay, as a result, HCl is reacted with zinc, powdered zinc, and hydrogen gas is evolved. Can you guess what is the other product?
ZnCl2.
ZnCl2. Okay. The experiments were repeated at the same temperature using the same number of moles of powdered magnesium and aluminium. Okay, of powdered magnesium and aluminium. So let's do it. Let's write the equation for magnesium and aluminium too. Okay, so same reaction was carried out using the same number of moles of magnesium and aluminium, means 1, 1. if we balance this equation, HCl, hydrogen is 2 and chlorine is also 2 on the product side. So we will write 2 HCl. Okay, this is balanced. And the same equation here, MgCl2. Okay, and same balancing, 2 with HCl. Okay, now let's write for aluminium. HCl plus aluminium gives H2 plus aluminium chloride. But what will be the formula of aluminium chloride?
AlCl.
Ma'am, AlCl.
Ma'am, Al2Cl3.
Aluminium is in group 3. So what will be its valency?
+3.
Ma'am,
Al3CL3.
3.
Yeah,
Plus
and
3.
chlorine valency is
-2.
Negative.
negative. Means no, negative 1 negative, because chlorine is
Yes,
present
ma'am.
in group 7. Okay,
Because
so
it
means
means
chlorine is
1.
halogen. So when we cross over, then it will be
AlCl3.
AlCl3. Okay, this is the formula.
Cl2.
AlCl3. This is 3. Aluminium is in group
Yes,
3.
ma'am.
Okay, like magnesium is in group 2. So its formula is MgCl2. Aluminium is in group 3. So it will be AlCl3. Okay. Now when we balance this equation, this is a little complicated. Wait, hydrogen is 2 and chlorine is 3 on the product side.
5HCl,
So,
I believe.
Ma'am, 6HCl, 2Al,
2Al. So
6
chlorine will
HCl,
become 6. Yeah,
and
and
3H2.
hydrogen 3H2. Very good. Okay, 3H2. This is the balanced equation. Okay, so because chlorine is 3, so we wrote 2 to make it 6. Okay, and for balancing on reactant side also we wrote 6 before HCl. Okay, so chlorine will become 6, hydrogen will also become 6, and here with H2 we will write 3. Okay, to make it 6 total. Okay,
Okay,
now they said that they are using at the same temperature using the same number of moles. Okay, means if the zinc is 1 mole of zinc, 1 mole of magnesium, then aluminium also, if we take for example, if for 2 aluminium 6 moles of HCl are being used, so for 1 mole of aluminium how many HCl will be needed?
3.
3.
Yeah, 3. For 2 we are using 6 moles. Okay, then for half of it, for half of the aluminium, for 1 aluminium, then HCl will also get half. Okay, 1 mole of aluminium. So that we did this because they are saying that using the same number of moles. Okay, so 1 mole of zinc, 1 mole of aluminium, they both need 2 moles of 2 moles of HCl. Okay, but for 1 mole of aluminium it needs 3 moles of HCl. So aluminium one is a little different. Okay, rest of the two are same. So they are saying that identify metals A, B, and C by choosing zinc, magnesium, and aluminium. Identify the metals. So this is the graph. From the graph, can you guess which one will be A, C, and B? Any
Ma'am, B,
suggestions?
magnesium.
Which one will be magnesium?
B,
B will be magnesium. Okay, you think B is magnesium. And any other suggestions or
C is
guesses?
zinc,
Ma'am,
and
B
A
is
is magnesium.
aluminium, A is, I think, zinc, and C is magnesium.
Yeah, see, this one is the volume of hydrogen on y-axis. Means when we go up, the hydrogen evolved increases. So in which of the equation the hydrogen amount is more? Means which is releasing
3.
more hydrogen?
3.
Aluminium.
Yeah, aluminium one is releasing more hydrogen as compared to the other two. Okay, so metal B, it means metal B is
Is
aluminium.
aluminium.
Okay. Now A and C, and it is also clear because you can see that A and C are meeting at the same point. It means that their hydrogen evolved quantity is the same. Okay, the volume of hydrogen evolved is the same. So from metal A or metal C, anyone will be zinc and the other one will be magnesium. But which one is magnesium and which one is zinc?
Ma'am, A
C
is magnesium.
magnesium, C is
Hmm.
zinc.
Yeah, C is zinc. But how did you guess it?
Ma'am, because magnesium is more reactive than zinc.
Very good. Okay, awesome. Good answer. Magnesium is more reactive. Okay, magnesium is more reactive. Zinc is you boys know it, I
Transition.
think, that it's a transition metal, yeah. And transition metals are less reactive. Okay, they are less reactive as compared to all the other metals. So group 1 metals, group 2 metals, because they can lose only 1 or 2 electrons, so it's easy for them to react. Okay, they are more reactive. So metal A, you can see that metal A in the start, from the starting of the graph, it starts to produce more hydrogen, more volume of hydrogen is given off. Okay, so the reaction, it means that the reaction is really fast, that's why it is releasing more hydrogen. Okay, so metal A is magnesium, metal B is aluminium, and metal C is zinc. Okay, any confusion?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, give a reason for your choice. For magnesium, you can write that it's more reactive or reaction is fast. Okay, fast reaction, and volume of hydrogen same as zinc. Okay, and for the zinc, you can write that less reaction or making hydrogen slowly, less reaction, producing hydrogen slowly, and the amount is same as that of magnesium. Okay, and for aluminium, you can say it is releasing more amount, because for aluminium it's really easy, that it is releasing more amount, more volume of hydrogen. That is why it's very clear from the graph that part B is, or metal B is aluminium, because it is releasing more hydrogen. So for this type of question, you have to write the equation first. Okay, write the equation, and when you balance the equation, then you can guess that which one will be metal A, B, and C. Okay, that's why I always say that write the equation and balance it also according to whatever statement is given. Okay, then the next part is using moles, explain why two of the metals form the same volume of hydrogen, but the third metal forms a larger volume. Yeah, using moles, explain why two of the metals form the same volume, but the third metal forms a larger volume.
Ma'am, because the first two metals needs 2 moles of HCl, while the third one needs 3 moles of HCl.
Yeah. Okay. In this question, it is of 3 marks. So give the reference of equations. Okay, give the reference of equation, means write the equations. Write the equation of magnesium, zinc, and aluminium. Write the equations and then say that for magnesium and zinc, they need same amount of HCl. That is why they're producing same volume of hydrogen.
Same moles of HCl.
Yeah, same moles of HCl. Okay, because they need same moles of HCl. That's why they're producing also same moles or same volume of hydrogen. Same moles and same volume. Okay, but as for the aluminium, it needs 3 moles of HCl. That is why it is producing more volume of H2. Okay, so please give the reference of equations, okay, if this question comes. Because all the questions in your paper, they will be from the past papers. So who knows that which question comes. Okay, so focus on each and every question which we are discussing and which we're not discussing also. So please try to attempt more past papers in your free time. Okay, then the other question, the last question of this worksheet is from 2011, paper 32. Okay, May, June. And we don't have time to complete this full question. Okay, we'll do the rest of it tomorrow also. Huh?
Ma'am, what is the name of these past papers?
There's no name for these past papers, but you can write on Google chemistry 0620. This is the code of chemistry IGCSE papers.
Okay.
Okay. Or chemistry, you can write chemistry past papers 0620. Okay, and then you can write extreme papers, because extreme papers is the website by which I take. Okay, from this website I take out papers from extreme papers. So you can write chemistry past papers 0620 extreme papers. Then when you click on it, then the first link will be like chemistry past papers. When you open it, then all list of the papers will come. Okay, then you can open from them.
Thank
So
you.
see, like in every tab also, I've taken the screenshot now of this. So in every tab, it's written 0620, paper 33, 0620, 32, like this. Okay, so there are question papers also. In some of the options, it's written QP. Some of the papers, they're they're question papers, and on some of them, it's written MS. It's like answer key, marking scheme.
Ma'am, so these are two websites. One is Extreme Paper and one is Chemistry Past Paper 0620. Or these are
No.
same website.
Same. This is what I asked you to write on Google. If you write this on Google, then directly it will open you the open the chemistry file of the extreme, because on extreme papers you can find the papers of biology, physics, all the other subjects papers you can find on extreme
Like
papers.
Extreme Paper is the website mainly.
Yeah, is the main website. Yeah, extreme papers. Okay, but if you write chemistry on Google, so it will directly open enter you on the chemistry IGCSE papers.
Okay,
That
ma'am.
folder.
Thanks.
Okay, so inshallah we'll do the last question next time. Okay, I have a class with you tomorrow, so inshallah we'll do this question tomorrow, and this question is also in your end of chapter questions. Okay, question number 7. So see, this is from the past papers.
Okay, ma'am.
So we'll discuss them inshallah tomorrow. Okay, and
Okay,
more
ma'am.
questions. So
Okay, ma'am.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
Hafiz, ma'am.
Hafiz, ma'am.
Hafiz.